Hey guys, how's it going? Go See Rich here today with another crazy Amazon purchase. We are trying out this cat fountain. Again, it's for the fluffy cat that is over there. Now the thing is, we also have to put this in his room because if I left this out, it would be on constantly and Mika would drink this whole thing dry in about 5 seconds. Mika being the dog. So, either way, we wanted to give him something that was a fountain, but it also needed a filtration system because cats are very picky about their water. And if you aren't picky with them, they can get bladder infections and all that other fun stuff. You got to still be pretty careful. Anyways, the first thing that we loved about this one is it's got the pre-filter right here, as you can see. Depending what one you buy on Amazon, it comes with 2 spare filters there, which are the pre-filters, and then we also have the main filter right here, which sits on the bottom of the bowl. So as the water comes down and through the bottom right here, it's going to pass through this other filter and then drop back into the bowl. So it comes out of the fountain, upon its return goes through another filter before it enters the bowl, so no cross contamination. It's actually a really good design because of the fact that you want to filter that water coming back through. Now, something to keep in mind is that you're always changing that filter almost more than this one. This one will burn the pump out if you don't change it very often, but this one will just overflow the bowl and you'll get a lot of algae and stuff in there. Since the dog won't be drinking out of this one, I'm not too worried because she's definitely a lot more of the messy drinker. The first thing you're going to want to do is, this has a USB-C charger. Go ahead and open this up and plug it into the USB-C. It does give you a USB-C cable to the good old USB, but, well, you probably have one for your phone, so you can charge it, and it won't take very long. It'll start blinking blue as it's charging, and it'll go solid blue when it's completely charged. So, as you can see, it comes with one filter already pre-installed. We'll leave that one in there. Then, this guy, we're going to open this up here in 1 sec and put it in here. Now, how do you open this, you might ask? Press it in and then fold up. And as you can see, there's already a little cut in the filter for when I open this. I'm just going to take it and press it in here and close it down. Another important note, make sure you clean everything. I already did. But be careful with what you clean it with, is you don't want to make your cat sick, so just do that natural cleaning stuff. Don't try and use any really abrasive chemicals or anything that's going to, well, make your cat maybe grow another limb or pass away. Anyways, so make sure you close the right way. It's done. Ta-da. All right. This, just got to wipe off that. All right, I've got cool water in here. If you really wanted to be nice to your cat, you could fill it with filtered water if you so wish, especially if you have a lot of calcium in the water where you are so it doesn't junk up your filter. Because if you go into your shower and you have a lot of, we'll say, pink buildup, or depending on where you are in the world, maybe some white buildup, yeah. If you start seeing that on a lot of your faucets, then that will junk up your filter and you should use already filtered water. In my case, I'm in Vancouver, Canada, and we have really good tap water here. Not that I'm saying go and drink the tap water, as I'm sure somebody will say, they're putting fluoride in there. You're going to grow alien babies. Anyways, so as you can see, we're almost maxed out. Let's see, do I want to be risky? Do I? Do I? Almost. And max. That's cool. As you can see, oh, I'm not quite there. Let's see. Now we're at the max line. All right, now that we've done that, and I know I've already cleaned and sanitized this, we put our contraption within the bowl like that. Oh, look, the pump spout is already there. Very important. You need to not go past that max line. Why? You don't want anything touching the electrodes, otherwise you have barbecued kitty. No, it's not that much voltage. Anyways, let's see. This is now on. Do I know how this works yet? No. Let's see. I pressed power. Where's the sensor? There's like a little sensor right here. I'm gonna hit buttons until it works. From here, we click and long press the button. Oh, holy smokes, it's working. There you see, it's spewing water. Let's see if it turns off. Oh, it does. So, it now has some water there, and then if you get near it, aha, let's see how long it goes for. It's not bad. Let's see, how close do we get? Well, I'm sure it'll vary. Now, I believe you can leave this plugged into the wall as well. So with that cable, or if you want to buy a longer one on Amazon, you could go ahead and do so. Oh, and look at that. There's also a LED light feature, so you know when it turns on. That might bug some people if it's in your bedroom and it constantly goes off. Anyways, you could hard line it to the wall. So plug this in, then plug this USB into the wall, and then you shouldn't have to charge it. Because if it starts doing this, as you can see, where it's just going to cycle, that battery is not going to last very long. But at least you have both options. So to finish this off, as you can see, this is letting us know it's in sensor mode. That's because it's not directly connected to the wall. If you want it to continuously run, you're going to have to plug in a USB-C cable, then take the USB, I believe this is known as an A or it's a B. Anyways, go ahead, plug it into a block in the wall, and it will continuously run. If this cable isn't long enough, buy a new one off Amazon. Just make sure you have a charging brick that can supply the power for the length of cable you have. When it comes to these filters, you want to make sure that you pre-soak them for, say, 5 minutes in water, or you can run water through them, whatever you want to do, but just you're trying to get rid of any of the manufacturing dust that might be in them. The other thing to keep in mind is that if your animals are sick, to change these more often, because you don't want to, of course, have bacteria brewing in here and your animal just to be constantly sick or getting worse. So make sure you're changing these. If they're sick, I would be changing them at least weekly or as they get sick, just like you and your toothbrush. Every time you get sick, you're supposed to change your toothbrush. Make sure you're changing your filter for your cat. If you have more cats, then you're going to want to make sure you change it more often, because all that saliva and gunk in their mouth and so on and so forth, and you don't want cross-contamination, blah, 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 blah. I think that's all there really is to know about this. Just make sure you're changing these filters. I would say once a month. I think the manufacturer recommends every 3 weeks. But again, this will change depending on variable conditions. It could change from the humidity, and if you have different products in your water, like I said, if you use filtered water, not a big deal. But depending on what is in the water in your faucets, calcium buildup and so on, you're gonna have to clean your pump more often, so on and so forth. Anyways, thanks again for watching. Press like if it helped you out, and subscribe for more. I can't guarantee that I'm going to be just reviewing cat fountain videos, because that's definitely not going to happen. It is not my forte. Have a great one. Bye.